game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And his first pass is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Brissett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's an early scramble reviewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Brissett. Going right back to Dodson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Brissett's throw complete to Dodson. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throws right back to London. Complete again. Touchdown. Drake London. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 7-7, our score after 1. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. Robinson's got it. Powers through it. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. That's to about the 28, second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the...
In trouble, and he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They'll get this down to the 38.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They go play action here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways it can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
From the 7 now, it's third and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson,
his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have broken our tie. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable, usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A first down throw for Brissett.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Brissett.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll throw now on the final play.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Brissett.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Play action now. Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Patterson. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Fielded at about the 28. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A solid stiff arm. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. He's got a man, complete, touchdown, Washington.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A give left side to Robinson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to it as well.
A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did.
Touchdown! Cordero Patterson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays They're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 58 yards. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat.